Going on to the next topic, the Patriots and the Broncos. The storylines for this game go on for forever. You want to talk about Tom Brady versus Peyton Manning, all that. Even though, like Rashad said, the two relatively never ever go up against each other really on the field. It's offense versus defense, but it's always what's the record between the two quarterbacks going against each other. And Tom Brady has the better record of the two in all their matchups. But since Peyton's been playing in Denver, Tom's record in Denver hasn't been the best, and Tom Brady's only wins of recent years in Denver have come against Tim Tebow. So,
which they shouldn't have been.
So, who do y'all see having the edge in this game with the Patriots and the Broncos? Kyle, let me start with you. Who do you think has the edge in this game?
Let me think. Because looking back at the game that they played early in the regular season, they didn't have Julian Edelman. I mean, I think Gronk was out too. Well, he wasn't.
Gronk went out in the fourth quarter.
Okay, he was out in the fourth. So, but I don't know. This is a tough one because the Broncos defense is so great that I don't know if Tom Brady. I don't know if Tom Brady's offense may be better than their defense. I mean, that's crazy to say, but back in that game. But now he has Julian Edelman and a healthy Gronkowski. I do think that they may have the edge in this game, though, because he has his pieces, all his weapons.
Okay, Rashad, how about you?
Broncos.
Now we're gonna give reasons. Nothing. Broncos. Just,
Yeah,
what do you mean?
Why? I mean, because I told you already, it doesn't matter who's gonna play from the AFC. The winner's gonna be from the NFC.
Oh my god!
But if you want some explanations,
it'd be nice.
It'd be nice. It'd be nice. For starters, both quarterbacks is capable of beating Tom Brady, Brock or Peyton, because that defense is there to support them. Patriots defense isn't as strong, and if this offense can get going early, the offense is going to be smooth throughout the whole game. So if the Broncos offense is going pretty much, get the run game going, get the pass game going, it's going to be hard to slow that team down, especially with get better field position with your defense, causing plays, causing quick 3-and-outs, stuff like that. It's going to give you a lot better field position than, Tom Brady constantly driving the ball, at least getting a touchdown, field goal every possession like he's been doing all season long and everybody else. So with this Broncos defense, it will give Tom Brady problems like it did the first game. The offense, I think, come playoffs. See, that's the thing also. Playoff time.
Patriots.
Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, love them some playoffs. Love them some winning. Peyton Manning is striving to get another ring. He wants to go out. He wants that Ray Lewis exit. So both team has motivation going into the game. But it comes down to Broncos defense, Patriots offense. Which one can get going first? Which one can make a more impact in the game first? Because that will determine the game. The first, when y'all watch this game, first quarter, that first quarter will determine the whole game. That's all I'm saying right now. That first quarter will determine the whole game. And if Tom Brady comes out torching up that defense, Patriots won. But I don't see it happening. And I see that defense having great stands. Offense get going a little bit, and they're gonna win.
So, how do you see the Broncos? Wait, Colin, who did you give the edge to?
Patriots.
You gave the edge to Patriots. So, how do both of you see the offenses getting the edge over the opposing defense? Let's start with you, Rashad, because you picking the Broncos. How are the Broncos?
See, that's kind of how, when I was saying in the beginning, I didn't mean to cut you off, by the way, but that's I told you, if they can get that run game going early and get the passing game going, it'll be smooth. That whole game would be smooth for the Denver Broncos offense-wise, because that offense, as we know, that offense hasn't been the offense, last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago with Peyton Manning, lighting up everything up. 50 touchdown year that 1 year, all that stuff like that. It's not the same thing. It's more so a It's like the AFC version of the Panthers. You have an offense that the run game definitely not as good, but you got an offense that can get going, but has their defense for support. That's how this Denver Broncos team is, and the Patriots teams, as we know, isn't always like a top defensive team. It's more so their offense. But I think with that being said, this Denver Broncos offense can actually get going against this Patriots defense, because we actually seen teams who put up points on the Patriots, but the Patriots just put up more points. So as we can go to like Buffalo, teams like Buffalo or something like that. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like that defense, I feel like this offense can actually get going, and I feel like the Patriots, like I said, it'll come to the first quarter. If Tom Brady can get that offense going against the defense early, it's going to be in the Patriots' favor.
All right, Kylie, what about you?
I don't know about that, because the Broncos, they have a great rushing defense, but New England has a better passing defense. So I feel like if they can keep Peyton Manning, in his and just not scoring, or keep him in some kind of funk or whatever, to keep him from not scoring as many points, I do think that the Patriots the Patriots defense can last long enough for their offense to score a whole lot more than Denver's defense can stop the Patriots offense, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I think that their offense will outlast the Denver's defense, and that Denver's offense, they'll be at odds with the Patriots defense a whole lot more.
Okay. Well, for the stats for y'all, offensively, the Broncos are 17th in rushing. In total yardage, they're 16th. In points, their offense is scoring, the Broncos aren't even ranked in the
top 20.
In the top 18 from what I can see. The Patriots are third in total points. The Patriots are sixth in total yardage. The Broncos are 16th in total yardage. And the Patriots aren't ranked in top 18 in total rushing offense. The Broncos are ranked number 1 in total yards. The Patriots are 9th in total yards. And defensively, the Broncos are 3rd in stopping the run. The Patriots are 9th. In pass defense, the Broncos are number 1, and the Patriots aren't in the top 16. And then in total yardage, the Denver is number 1, Patriots are number 9. And then in total points allowed, the Patriots are 10th and Denver's 4th. So from the looks of that, Denver is best at stopping what New England does best. But the Patriots are pretty good at stopping what Denver has said they would start to lean on, which is the run game and C.J. Anderson. For me, it's in that game earlier in the season with Brock Osweiler as the quarterback, the Patriots were without Julian Edelman and Danny Amendola, because Danny Amendola got hurt early in that game. So Rob Gronkowski was the primary target, and then the Patriots were winning until Rob Gronkowski got hurt. And then they went into overtime just to allow that C.J. Anderson big run that would end the game. And then in that same game, who is the one of their middle linebackers got hurt in that game. He's their leading tackler that helps them stop the run. So if the regular season any waiver, an indicator of how the playoffs would go, I would give the edge to the Patriots because of the fact that now you have all your horses back, apart from your running back. But the Patriots don't really run the ball as it is already. And then for me, Peyton, he always has had that. There's one thing you can't take away from Peyton is that cerebral assassin, that football intellect he has. The only problem is he doesn't have the arm to do everything that he used to be able to do to go along with that intellect. And if the Patriots have always been a bend but don't break kind of defense, while Denver just doesn't bend at all. They're not going to give you anything. But the thing is, that first game, the Denver was healthy on defense in that first game they played, and the Patriots still put up points on them. It wasn't a offensive scoring, blowout kind of machine game, but the Patriots still did what they wanted to do in that game offensively
without two of their offensive weapons.
Yeah, and then when Gronk went out in the fourth quarter, that's when the Patriots struggled.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the Patriots struggled. And now you have everybody. So it's one of those things. And then you just see how both teams have played throughout the season. We've all looked at it and we've been like, man, like, I don't even know if the Broncos were the better team in that Steelers game when the Broncos beat the Steelers. Because if Antonio Brown isn't out with the concussion, then you're sitting there, you're just like, man, the Steelers could have won this game because the game was still so close. And the Steelers had Martavis Bryant and Marcus Wheaton, and they still put up big passing yards on them. So you sit there and you wonder, you're like, man. And for me, it's one of those things that, like I said earlier, I feel like Cam and Tom are just like on this collision course kind of thing. Like you feel as though with the Deflategate that Tom Brady had from last season, it's kind of motivation for, hey, we're going to get back to that point. I feel like they really want to get back to that point and make Roger Goodell give them the trophy, the Lombardi trophy. But then on the other side, the Panthers just seem like they're on this magical run as well. Whereas they're just like this is their season. Like nobody can stop them. So for me, I picked the Patriots to win this one because I feel as though their run, if they hadn't had all those injuries, I honestly believe the Patriots could have went 16-0 if they hadn't had all those injuries. Because the minute Edelman went out, then you saw a few games that Denver handed them their first loss when Edelman went out and then Amendola went out. So you saw the injuries kept building up and building up and building up, and you at some point you just can't. There's so many injuries you can't get over. And if the Patriots would have had Edelman the whole season, not even Amendola, but you would have had Edelman the whole season, who's Tom Brady's number one target. That's his number one target, and you have him the whole season. But it's not like they just took away Edelman. You lost him, you lost Amendola, you lost your running back, and Dion Lewis was a great back coming out of the backfield. That he was a great receiving back. That everybody normally says you can just put anybody back there for the Patriots, but he was one of those backs that putting him back there was actually a big factor for the Patriots. You take him away, you put all the defensive injuries they had. And it's just like they've never been able to stay consistently healthy, and now they're just about they're moderately healthy. So and you wonder like what can they do when they're this healthy as opposed to when they were hurt and they were just getting by. You know what I mean? So what would y'all final scores be for this game? Kyler, what's your final score since you picked the Patriots? What would be your final score for this game?
I'd say 42-36.
Oh, that's points.
Hey, bro, they high scoring teams.
Sheesh. Make my sound unrealistic now. I was gonna say 28-24, but now that sounds, according to Khalid, that sounds unrealistic.
They high scoring teams, bro.
What's your 42? Wow.
It may not be that much.
40. I mean,
I would like it to be.
Okay.
I would like it to be
28-24 Broncos.
I will say 24-21 Patriots. But
a field goal.
You said what?
A field goal.
Yeah, field goal. But